welcome back to Ghosting with Anya. I'm your host, Anya Smith, also the author of Anya's Ghost Stories Volume 1 and Volume 2, The Return of the Dead. So, good news, everyone. I got my new washer and dryer, so anyway, it's the gray one, so check out my YouTube or whatever. Well, I'll have to, I don't know. Well, actually, just check out my TikTok and you'll see my video and you'll check out my thing. Well, anyway, my husband's almost done, so anyway, I know my, oh, here's the volume right here. I know it's usually, well, hopefully, well, okay, so the volume should be like 1000%. I just wish I could hear, my intro and outro music because it's kind of hard to hear, but I'm glad you guys can hear me. So, anyway, we have a new story for you guys tonight. It is called The Ticket Collector in the Waiting Room. This is the new one. So, today was a great day. I was hanging out with my friend Fearless Cummings. He's almost done with school, by the way. We were reading our novels, so but yeah, my husband Chris, popped up. So Ace Rent to Own didn't show up until the last week or something. So today, the last minute. So they came around like 4 p.m. Finally, they are actually, yeah, so they dropped off our new washer and dryer. So I test them out. They work really well. But anyway, yeah, so Chris and I went out to lunch. We went to Jersey Mike's Subs for lunch. I had the salami with turkey and cheese sandwich for lunch. I couldn't finish the other one, so I had corn and green peas with chicken legs for dinner tonight. But anyway, yeah, we have a new story for you guys tonight. So it's episode 228. Excuse my glasses, they're kind of dirty right now, but I'll have to, clean them off. So anyway, thank you guys for all your support, and thanks for subscribing to my channel right here on YouTube. It's been a hectic day, so I came home, just relaxed. I'm knitting, and I almost lost my yarn needle, like a little tapestry needle. It's big, silver, and somehow I don't know what happened to it now. So I have other plastic ones. I'll have to buy more big eye needles or something, like tapestry needles, big ones. So if I keep losing them all, I have a backup. So yes, I'm trying to knit a sweater. So my husband just got off work, so he went grocery shopping, and I hope that your day is gone pretty well. So Fearless still hasn't given me any update about my original laptop. So we'll figure something out, but it's gonna take a while. So hopefully Amazon will keep my friend an update, and he'll keep me updated. Anyway, but yeah, so what do you guys think about my temporary laptop? So, do you like silver? I love silver. I also love the color pink. But anyway, it is 8 minutes after 9. So let's get started on the story. I just want to say that you guys are amazing fans and great people. And I just want to say God bless you all. And may all the um, guardian angels watch over you guys, and making sure you are on the right path, especially with God. I usually don't like to talk about him, but you know. But anyway, let's get started on the story. So get yourselves anything to drink if your voices are like, I don't know, getting very scratchy or something. But anyway, my husband will be home soon, so I turned on the porch light so he can get into the house. Easier that way. But yes, so anyway, just sit back, relax, maybe get under the covers, and please click like, share, and subscribe. And let's get started on the story. Julian never understood why old train stations felt sadder than airports. Airports look at least partly to the future. Stations remember departures in a more human scale. The city's old Union waiting room had been converted into a mixed-use transit museum and commuter lounge, but the original benches, ticket windows, and giant brass clock still held the room in a kind of formal patience. Julian worked evening security there, which mostly meant redirecting teenagers from climbing exhibits and making sure no one slept under the timetable board after close. Most nights were uneventful. The room settled into silence. The clock ticked too loudly, and the museum exhibits behind velvet ropes looked embarrassed by their own attempts at liveliness. The first odd thing happened when he locked the ticket gates and found one paper ticket lying on the center bench, punched in a pattern used before his grandparents were born. Printed on it were two words: one return. He took it to Lost and Found. It reappeared the next night on the same bench. On the third night, at exactly 9:20 p.m., the old brass bell at window 3 rang once, though its mechanism had been removed. Years earlier, Julian turned and saw an elderly man in a dark uniform standing behind the glass as if the ticket office had reopened for one customer only. The man wore a collector's cap and held a punching tool between his fingers. With the ease of long practice, not all returns are round trip, he said without preamble, looking not at Julian but at the benches. Then he punched the waiting ticket and the sound echoed across the empty room, like a period at the end of an argument. By the time Julian got to window 3, the office was dark and empty again. The museum director once convinced Julian wasn't drunk or inventing overtime entertainment, supplied the local story. The station had once employed a ticket collector named Mr. Halvorsen, who worked departures and arrivals for decades and took unusual interest in soldiers, migrant laborers, and anyone traveling under circumstances where return meant hope more than scheduling. During wartime and epidemic years, he reportedly helped families decode ticketing, rerouting, and the ugly euphemisms real companies used when a traveler would not be returning on the line expected. He died at the station after refusing to leave during a winter service collapse that stranded passengers overnight. Since then, some staff and visitors claimed to see a collector at window 3 or hear the brass bell ring when someone in the room was waiting on a return that could no longer happen in literal form. He seems to prefer people who don't yet know what kind of goodbye they are in, the director said. Julian should have found that sentimental. Instead, he found it operationally useful. The week a woman began occupying the same bench each evening under the brass clock, with one duffel bag, a paper cup of coffee, and the brittle stillness of someone waiting for a call she no longer expected, but hadn't yet stopped arranging her posture around. Museum rules technically prohibited extended loitering after 8, but she always bought coffee from the kiosk and never bothered anyone. On the 4th evening, while Julian debated whether to ask her to move along, the brass bell at window 3 rang once. The woman looked up so sharply that he knew, with that strange clarity public workers sometimes get, that she had once spent time in waiting rooms where names mattered. When he crossed to her with the standard safety script forming in his mouth, he found the old punched ticket on the bench beside her. This time the printed words had changed. Wrong platform. He sat down instead of delivering policy. The woman eventually told him her brother had gone missing after taking a seasonal construction job, and she kept coming to the old station because it was the last place she could remember them as children. Seeing their father off to work, she wasn't waiting for a train exactly. She was waiting for some form of certainty to arrive in a place built for it. Julian had no training for that kind of civilian grief, but Halvorsen apparently did. Over the next week, tickets kept appearing on the bench when the woman came, asked the union office, then South Freight Records, then try the old terminal name. Following those clues felt absurd until one led her and Julian to a labor archive volunteer who recognized the defunct company alias her brother her brother had used on payroll. Tally, it's mommy. Meow. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Meow. Sorry, my cat wanted to talk to mama, which is me. Come here. Here, kitty, kitty. Hi, Tally. There goes my baby. She's right here. Come here, Poopy. Hi. Hi. Come here. Come on, Papa. Come on. Good job, sweetheart. Oh, it's okay. Mama's here. Yes, I am a mom and I have a kitty. She wanted to hear Mommy's voice. Yes, I'm right here, baby. Let Mommy finish the story, okay? It's okay. Let's not mess with Mama's stuff. Let's not mess with Mommy's things, okay? There. Why don't you go right there? Good girl. Sorry about that, you guys. My kitten wants to, I don't know, see what is going on with Mama. She's fine. Okay, so let's get back on the story. We're almost done with the story, but she literally just wants to know what is her mommy doing. Okay, let's continue on. Paperwork the trail eventually led not to miraculous reunion, but to a hospital chaplain's report from another state and finally confirmation of a death that had been miscommunicated across temporary housing, subcontractors, and old mailing addresses. The truth was brutal, but it changed the woman's waiting from shapeless to anchored. She came back to the station one last evening, carrying a folder instead of false hope. Julian found her standing before window 3 under the brass clock while no bell rang at all. He was about to ask whether she needed anything when he saw reflected in the ticket glass behind her Mr. Halvorsen.
Hey, baby.
What's up, Chris?
I'm back.
Cool. Standing in his old dark uniform, with a hand resting lightly on the counter. He did not look at Julian this time. He looked at the woman and inclined his head as if acknowledging a passenger finally holding the correct paper for the correct platform. However, unwanted the destination on the bench beneath the window sat one final ticket. No return proceed. The woman picked it up, read it, and smiled in a broken but steadier way than Julian had thought possible. Then she folded it into her coat pocket and left. After that, the brass bell rang less often. Julian still found occasional old tickets on benches and tucked into the museum timetable case usually when someone sat too long beneath the clock with a waiting expression the room recognized. He stopped seeing the haunting as nostalgic railroad sentiment. It was transit ethics of a harsher sort. Halvorsen had spent his life helping people understand what kind of journey they were actually in, and apparently had not stopped because the rails did. The museum director now leaves. Window 3 uncapped during winter hours, despite no exhibit reason for doing so. It looks less rude, she says. Julian suspects that is true. He still works security there and has gotten better at the subtle skill of distinguishing loitering from waiting the city trains guards to move people along. The station, through one dead ticket collector, taught him that some waiting rooms are not problems to solve until the right information arrives. Sometimes the most practical mercy is handing someone the truth in a format they can finally carry. That is so tragic, you guys. I mean, this conductor or the ticket collector guy died during his job, so he's like he's dedicated to do his job very seriously, and he loved working at the train station, and he also loved helping families. So if I ever went to the train station, I would actually tell this ticket collector that he is doing a fine job, and may God bless him with all the gift that he had received from God. So, do you guys think that Julian did the right thing when he saw a previous ticket collector, the spirit? Do you think that this was a good story? And what did you guys think? Was it like tragic? Was it good? Was it bad? Did it make you feel very emotional? Just let me know what you guys think. Now that the story is finished, we're gonna go straight to the questions. So, my sweet little baby is right here. she wanted to hear what her mommy had to say. So there she is. Well, even though she scratched me earlier, but she's just misbehaving a lot. But I love my baby, but you know, she's trying not to scratch me. So anyway, if you have any opinions, you're always welcome to leave me comments down below. So you're always welcome to join the conversation. So this video can be maybe either short or long. Just let me know what you guys think. So anyway, let's just get started on the questions. If you actually do have any questions, let me know what you guys think. Perhaps maybe maybe after this we could go for a walk.
Maybe.
If we're not too exhausted. So anyway, let's get started. So let's get started on the questions. Okay, we have 10 questions and 10 answers. So let me know what you guys think. Would you have followed the ghost's ticket clues? Yes, I would. If I saw this ticket collector guy, you know, the spirit from centuries ago, or what year this previous ticket collector guy was from, I would totally follow the clues, and I would definitely do a good deed and help out the family. So I would definitely do that. Let me know in the comments of what you guys would have done. Would you guys ever follow the clues from a spirit? So would you guys ever do that? Let me know in the comments if you would have. Let's go to number 2. Do you think Halvorsen stayed for the station, the passengers, or the ethics of proper arrival and departure? I think he probably stayed I think he probably just stayed for the passengers. You know, like, he takes his job very seriously, even in the spirit world. So the spirit world is like identical to our living world. Same train station, but it's invisible. So also, today when I was at the library, I got a new toy here. This is a dragon egg, okay? And it's pink. It is my favorite color. So I just thought maybe you guys would like that. My producer actually bought it for me for like $20. And I'm gonna keep it right here just to admire it. It's like decorative or something. And no, there is no dragon inside, but it's just decorative. I love it. It's so cute. So here's my husband right here, sitting right here. Say hello.
Hello.
Anyway, but yes, my producer got the exact same egg, but his is in white. Mine is pink because it's my favorite color. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. If that Mr. Halvorsen, like, has he stayed for the passengers or for the station, or the ethics of departures and arrivals thing? So what did you guys think? Do you think he stayed for everybody or for the job that he loved so much the night that he died? I mean, he was like aging faster, so just let me know what you guys think, and I would love to hear it from you guys because it's very important. So, but yeah, let's go to number 3. Why are old train waiting rooms such powerful ghost story settings? The reason why it's powerful is because there's a lot of history in that train station, and good memories, good vibes, and it's been like through so much. People going in and out all the time, like traveling all over the freaking place, and the conductors and trained ticket collectors would, see a bunch of people going in and out, and just enjoying mingling with a lot of families. So, that sort of thing. But I think it's a very good thing. So there's a lot of good memories, and it's gone through so much painful ways, like tragedy and some happiness or whatever. But people like moving through time or something. The train station has gone through a lot of times. It's been around for many years, like early 1800s maybe, or something like that. I don't really know. Perhaps it has. Early 1800s. It's been around about 200 years, but it's still working. I mean, there's a museum. So, I actually been to a train station. When I was a child, I used to literally like go through train stations. This is how I came to America. First, we took the car. Then we went through the airport, train station, both airports, through the planes, train station, and another car. So, yeah, it took like hours and hours to get to my destination. So, my mom and I were moving to another town, like another country. So, we took train stations, car, and airport, train station, and another car. I mean, we took both airplanes, and then a train station, I think, and another car. This is how it all worked. So, but there's a lot of memories in that train station. So, I think it's amazing where you can get your memories and a lot of energy, and whatever it is, it's all good. So, there's a lot of history in that place, and I would admire it. Like, do a good deed, maybe see people go through in and out constantly. But there's a lot of trains coming through. Throughout the history, that's how it all started. It's been like that for 200 years. Anyway, let's go to number 4. What was more unsettling, the changing tickets or seeing him at window 3? Well, I think seeing the former ticket collector is a lot unsettling. I mean, seeing him was like slap on the face or something, but it can be very transcending or something. I mean, I could be very brave enough to see the person, like be I don't know. First, it would probably be skeptical. I would have to see it to believe it. So, if I saw this ghost of the ticket collector named Halvorsen, I think that was his name. I don't know. But I would probably brave enough to talk to him and help him find a way to get him rest in peace, perhaps. I probably totally would. But yes. I think I would want to see him besides any other places to see. Um, would you ever see a spirit of the ticket collector?
Yes.
Would you be brave enough to help him find his way?
Yes.
Me too. That's a good thing. I definitely would have. Anyway, but yeah, I think seeing him would be more unsettling than anything else. So let's go to number 5. Alrighty then, we've got 5 questions left before I sign off. Like I said, this video can be a bit short. So, was Julian right to stop enforcing policy on the waiting woman? Yes. If I were Julian, I would ask her politely to, I don't know, see if she had a ticket to get on the train or something. Perhaps maybe this woman was looking for her brother or her dad or whoever she was waiting for at the train station. So I think he did the right thing by not enforcing the policies. So if I were Julian, I would try not to make this spirit woman cry or hurt her feelings, but I would just leave her alone and let her sit where she was sitting at, waiting for someone. Perhaps she didn't know she was dead. So, but yeah, if she is dead, then she might be a spirit. So, I would try my best to help her out. Literally. But yeah, I think he did the right thing. So, anyway, let's go to number 6. We're almost done here. What do you make of the phrase, not all returns are round trip? I think that the ticket returns probably are only one-way trip, I guess. I think that's what the phrase was, saying that they only have one-way trip, so they cannot return, especially if they're moving somewhere far away, which means they have one-way trip, like wherever it is, perhaps. It's like a journey, but only one way. They cannot return where they were going away from. So, a round trip, yeah, one way. So, let me know what you guys think. If you have any opinions, you're always welcome to leave me a comment down below right here on YouTube. Right here. So, let's go to number 7. How is this haunting tied to grief, logistics, rather than fear? Well, this haunting is tied to a place and to a person. Let's say the ticket collector. Somehow one day he was working at the train station. He was dedicated to everything, commitment of his job, and the next he just suddenly passes away in the wintertime, something like that. But and then he gets kind of bound to the place where he no longer exists. So perhaps maybe fear is a part of us, okay? Um, the haunting can be like confusion, and spirits are like in denial because they literally don't know that they're dead. That's the reason why they're still haunting the place. Maybe they think it's their home. It's the only place they felt safe. And they are reliving their final moments, how they died. And they don't know the truth about what was really happening. So, this is the reason why. Um, Fear is fear, and it's a part of us. It keeps us actually alive, and it protects us no matter what. But fear is fear. It's just the way it is, I guess. So, alright, let's go to number 8. We've got 3 questions left before I sign off. Would you feel comforted or unnerved to receive a ghostly ticket with instructions? That's a great question, you guys. I actually would feel comforted. Like, say, if I'm sad, as I'm like taking this very horrible, like, say, the news about anything or about anyone, but I would feel very comforted. So, right now, I am feeling comforted by the guardian angels, especially by spirits. I definitely would say comforted. Would you guys ever feel comforted by the spirits? Or would you feel unnerved? Like you can't explain what is going on? Like if you feel something, how would you explain about the presence? Would you feel comforted, or would you feel like you are being watched or something? Let me know in the comments if you have this experience. Would you ever feel comforted? Just let me know in the comments down below. Okay, we've got 2 questions left before I sign off. Can transit spaces teach people how to carry truth? I think so, yes. The transit spaces can actually teach people, like if you see 2 spaces, like 2 places at once. One, the living world, and the other, the spirit world. It's like you're the anchor. If you see the truth, you'll know. Would you ever tell people about it? But you have to like process that before you tell people about it. Would you like literally carry it? Or would you try not to like freak out and see it? I probably would try to tell people what's going on and how can I convince people about the transit spaces between 2 worlds, like our physical world, which is right here in the living world, and the spirit world. I mean, one day maybe I will go straight to the spirit world, perhaps, but right now my purpose is to, I don't know, do what I gotta do here on Earth. Figured out what I'm supposed to do on Earth before I pass away and end up trapped in a spirit world. I'll have to figure it out one way or another. Okay, guys, we have 1 question left before I turn off this computer. If a dead ticket collector kept helping people find the right platform for bad news, how would you honor him? That's a great question. I probably would tell the truth, find a way to tell the truth of this person, that they are at the wrong platform. They have to find the right one. Tell them that they are no longer with us. They're in the spirit world, but they are in a ghostly plane because their loved ones cannot come back because they have passed on. So I would just tell them the truth, try to help them find their way into the right platform. So that I would probably do a good deed. That's what I would do. Help them figure it out how to get to the right platform. So that's what I would do. Would you do the same thing?
Yes.
Here's a question. If a debt ticket collector kept helping people find the right platform for bad news, how would you honor him?
By trying to preserve his memory and going to Jersey Mike's again.
This is something to do with helping people find the right platform.
I would help him find the right platform and buy him a nice lunch.
Tell them the truth, what really happened.
Yes.
Trying to help them find missing pieces of the memories. Tell them that their loved ones are no longer here. They have passed on. Maybe they're in the right platform. Perhaps maybe they did not get the bad news, get the news about their loved ones, that sort of way. Perhaps they just passed on after being dead or missing.
Yes.
I definitely would. Just tell them the news about their loved ones are out there somewhere. Perhaps maybe she took the wrong train, I guess. Something like that. Okay, guys, we are out of time. So thank you guys for tuning in and have a wonderful night. So thank you for watching this video. This podcast as well. So I just want to say thank you and have a wonderful night. And stay safe, have fun, stay spooky, and see you on my next episode of Ghosting with Anya. We'll be doing The Midwife's Lantern on Birch Lane. This is episode 229, which is tomorrow night at 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Well, it's almost 10, so this is Anya Smith signing off of Ghosting with Anya. Please click like, share, and subscribe. And see you on my next episode. Have a wonderful night and God bless you. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.